Point number 4 of Schedule 1. Import of services by a person from a related person or from any of his other establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business. Again, import of services. You are aware of that. What do you mean by import of services? Import of services means the location of supplier outside India. The recipient of service is in India. The place of supply should be in India. In that case, we used to call it as import of services as defined under section 2 subsection 11 of the IGST. Now, in the given case, my dear friends, import of services by a person, we have a elaborate definition. Person, which includes government, which includes trust or a body corporate, a particular what we can call a registered person or a person, we may be an individual or maybe HUF or a LLP, what not, we referred. So, import of services by a person from a related person. You know, related person already we covered under the section 15. Explanation to section 15. There we already covered the related person or from any of his other establishment outside India. Other establishment outside India means a branch office outside India or maybe head office outside India. Its counterpart in India. Maybe head office in India, branch office outside India or a vice versa. In such cases, we used to call an other establishment outside India. We are not going to call distinct persons because the unit which is outside India not having the same PAN number. Having the same PAN number, multiple registrations, only we called as distinct persons. But here, head office outside India, branch office in India, or the branch office outside India, head office in India, as the case may be. In the given case, we used to call it as other establishment outside India. So, the import of services by a person from its related person or from an establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business must be present as an element factor to treat it as supply even without consideration. It should be in the course or furtherance of business. Though it may be no consideration, is a deemed supply, liable to pay GST. Import of services by a person from a related person or from any of his other establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business will be treated as supply even without consideration, namely deemed supply. Now I am going to bring to a notice, hopefully you understand, my dear friends, what I am presenting here. A particular examination oriented question in this regard. Yes, in your material which I given, page number 21, referring this particular example for your kind consideration. Raman is an architect in Chennai. His brother, who is settled in London, is a well-known lawyer. Raman has taken legal advice from him free of cost with regard to his family dispute. Examine whether said activity would amount to supply under section 7 read with schedule 1 of the CGST Act. Would your answer be different if the above case Raman has taken advice in respect of his business unit in Chennai? So the first one is family dispute, means personal purpose imported services. Second is business purpose imported services. Now first of all, is import of services? Yes. Location of supplier outside India, namely London. Recipient in India, namely Chennai, and place of supply is in Chennai. Declare to say in the given supply architect services, obviously place supply in Chennai, means in India. In the given case, import of services. So import of services, import of services. Import of services. Such import of services here free of cost, no consideration, Schedule 1 referred. Schedule 1, point number 4, where import of services by a person from related person or from an establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business. Family dispute, personal nature, correct? Therefore, import of services is not in the course or furtherance of business. Hence, the first leg of this question answer is not liable to GST. Not covered under Schedule 1, point number 4. Since not covered Schedule 1, point number 4, therefore, here we will treat as supply only when there is a consideration. Free of cost, no consideration, not covered Schedule 1, point number 4. Therefore, it is not taxable. The second leg of the same question is says that would your answer be different in the above case? Raman has taken advice in respect of his business unit in Chennai. Business unit in Chennai for the business purpose, import of services from his elder brother, from his brother who is in London, a well-known lawyer, from his own brother, the import of services freely imported for the business purpose. In that case, you tell me, my dear friends, is it going to be covered in the Schedule 1, point number 4 or not? Tell me no. You have to participate and tell me why you are hesitating. Covered, huh? Is one answer is it is covered under the Schedule 1, point number 4, one answer. If you say that is import of services liable for GST, where the IGST will be levied in the name of Raman, because is RCM applicable. So the recipient Raman liable to pay IGST if your statement taken as a whole good. Okay, you said is covered under Schedule 1, point number 4. Any other points? Any other person? My dear friends, first of all, one should understand Raman and his brother are related persons where we have the term family. Section 2, subsection 49 of the CGST very clearly refers that same family. Family means spouse, children's, spouse and their children's, and parent, grandparents, brothers, sisters who are mainly or wholly dependent on such person. Repeating, family as defined under section 2 subsection 49 of the CGST, which says that spouse and their children's, and parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters who are wholly or mainly dependent on such person. Now tell me, Raman brother, well-known lawyer in London, is he dependent on Raman? No. Raman is a businessman. He is dependent on his brother? No. As long as there is no relationship between Raman and his brother existed under the GST law, so long they are not related parties, if they are not related persons, not going to be covered under the Schedule 1, point number 4. Since not covered Schedule 1, point number 4, the transaction will attract the GST only when there is a consideration. In the given case, there is no consideration for a kind consideration. Therefore, this particular transaction even has been imported for the business purpose, not attract the GST. The solution given here is as follows. For your kind consideration, reading as follows. Answer to the given question. Import of services by a person from another person located outside India without consideration is treated as supply if it is provided in the course or furtherance of business. In the given case, Raman and his brother are not related persons, since Raman's brother, who is not wholly or mainly dependent on Mr. Raman. Therefore, services provided by Raman's brother to him would not treat as supply under section 7 of the read schedule 1. Further, in the above case, if the Raman has taken advice with regard to his business unit, service provided by Raman's brother to him still not be treated as supply under section 7 of the CGS read with the schedule 1 point number 4. As although the same are provided in the course or furtherance of business, such services have not been received from a related person, because when the parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters comes into picture, they should be wholly or mainly dependent on such person. Concept should exist. Here that is lacking, therefore not cover schedule 1. Point number 4, it is not covering. Therefore, even though Mr. Raman import these services for his business unit in the given case, since it is not imported from his related person, since it is imported free of cost, since there is no consideration, no GST. Is it clear, my dear friends?